Hello everyone, welcome to my vlog. This is my sister Chelsea.
Hi!
She's going to be our guest today and we're talking about Harry Potter. So today we're going to talk about family, the patriarchy of Harry Potter, Dumbledore, and whatever else we might come across.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Great. So let's start off with your first experience of Harry Potter.
Okay. Well, it was probably back in 2001. I got a couple of things from my grandfather. He was living in California and he sent me a birthday present. And it was all these, I brought it, all these like Harry Potter notebooks, and I would write like silly things in them. I didn't even know what this was. So Mom got us the books. And I started reading the books and I read them to you, and our dad would read them to us. I kind of got to read the books as I grew up, so I was kind of like in the same age range as Harry, and you know, would get excited when a new book would come out, and I just kind of grew up with it, and yeah, that's pretty much my take on it.
Okay. So these books are categorized as children's books or young adult as they go on. Do you think that the themes transcend into adulthood for you?
Yeah. Like I said, I feel like I kind of grew up with, you know, the characters and, you know, their adolescent relationships and, you know, their fights and growing up and even taking exams and trying to figure out what job you want in the wizarding world. Like, we all go through that as you go through school, and so I definitely think that there are themes that anybody can relate to.
So in our class we read an article / review by Harold Bloom, and he basically said that the literature of the books were trash.
Gotcha.
For lack of a better word. Not great. And his basic message was really that, you know, adults now are reading things like Harry Potter and we're missing out on this highbrow literature and the implications that might have on our society.
I always thought Rowling was very story-oriented, as opposed to she's not trying to write great prose. Like, that's not her deal. Like, the world she created in her mind, like the characters and the creatures and the places, it's fantastic. Like, this, it's cool to be a part of her world, what's in her head. I don't think anybody's reading it for the high literary sense.
I think part of his point was, not that I agree with him, but part of his point was, like, how is this going to affect our society? It really is a phenomena, Harry Potter.
Yeah. It's an escape.
It's
people
but
wanna...
do we want literature that aids us in real life situations, or do we want fantastical?
I feel like the Harry Potter world, everybody can relate to something. There's so many different elements to it, and I think that's why everybody loves it, and it's taken on a life of its own, kind of.
The reason I really love it so much is because of the notion of family. For me, watching the movies and rereading the books makes me really nostalgic for the times when you used to read to me, or when Dad used to sit us down in the living room and read to us all. And I think that family is really a central theme to the whole series. We see in the first books that Harry comes from a sort of broken home, but by the end he's really found himself a family, and by even the epilogue created his own.
Yeah, absolutely. The Dursleys, he lives with his intermediate family, his biological family, but they're not a family to him because of the way that they treat him. And I feel like the whole book, a big part of Harry's journey is finding people who he can consider family, who support him and love him, like the Weasleys or Hagrid or Dumbledore, Sirius, just people that he can trust.
Do we trust these characters, though?
Like who?
Well, like Dumbledore.
Okay.
How would you not describe his relationship with Harry, but how do you feel about his relationship with Harry? How everything kind of went down, how Harry had to find out with the rest of us that maybe he didn't know Dumbledore as well as he thought.
Actually, to like kind of piggyback on the family thing, Dumbledore didn't have a great family life growing up. Harry thinks there's an equal exchange going on between he and Dumbledore, when in actuality, Dumbledore doesn't see his relationship with Harry that way. He sees it as
Student teacher.
Yeah, I'm the elder and you're and I'm only telling you what you need to know. You don't need to know about me.
Right.
And you know what? I think he did want to be trusted by Harry, and he feared that telling him this kind of weird story about his childhood would make Harry maybe not trust Dumbledore as much.
Right. And is Harry at fault, sort of, for making Dumbledore out to be this...
Putting him on the pedestal type of thing. Yeah, sure. I mean, I think everybody did that with Dumbledore, and it was shocking to... That's why Rita Skeeter wrote that whole book, because everybody was kind of enamored by Dumbledore, and come to find out his whole image... his whole image wasn't so squeaky clean as we all thought.
Whose is, right? This is my dad.
Hello.
Hey, hello. He used to read us all of the Harry Potter books, and he's watched all the movies like 100 times with us, right?
Too many times.
Too many times.
Too many times to fully comprehend it all.
Right. Right. So we're going to play Harry Potter trivia and see how much you've retained.
Okay.
Who is chosen by Voldemort to kill Dumbledore?
Snape. Oh, nope, Draco.
Yeah, good job.
But Snape does it.
Yeah. Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
Okay, how does Harry catch his first snitch?
With his mouth.
Yeah. Look at you go.
I get this. I watched it. I don't fully comprehend it all, but I know what I saw.
When Professor Snape takes over Lupin's Defense Against the Dark Arts lesson, he teaches the class about what type of creature?
Werewolves.
Yeah. He's doing much better than I thought he would. What subject does Professor Slughorn teach? That's Mad Eye Moody.
Slughorn. Slughorn.
He's in the 6th book.
I don't know who Slughorn is.
He teaches potions. What is Tom Riddle's middle name? It's good trying to do it out.
Valerie. Something with a V.
Yeah, it is.
There's a V in there.
And an M.
Valentine.
Marvolo.
Tom Marvolo. Riddle.
Who is the Half-Blood Prince?
Harry? Is Harry a full-blood prince?
No. Who vomits slugs when his spell accidentally backfires? Yeah.
Who vomits anything but Ron.
Okay. Good job, Dad.
Yeah, it's good.
Who creates the Slug Club?
Ron.
No, Professor Slughorn.
Who I don't know. I still don't know who he is. Who was it?
He was a potions master in the 6th book.
I've got nothing.
Nothing? The 6th one?
Slughorn?
Yeah.